You are listening to Wolf Trader Radio. This is your week in review for the week ending April 21st, 23. This was a choppy week for the S&P. The S&P has made an important long-term low on the Saturn cycle. Multiple forecast models are bullish on the S&P. April is a very active month for solar storm activity. So far, we have made it through April without any major solar storms. This is a bullish development for the S&P because there is a decline over the next 3 months. The Fed continues to be strong behind the scenes, and the Fed juice and a quad lunar cycle are in a buy. Conditions remain favorable for the S&P rally to continue. Gold and Bitcoin stalled out this week. The Fed juice and a quad lunar cycle on gold are both in sell signals. The Fed juice and quad lunar cycle on Bitcoin are also both in sell signals. The Wolf Spread Trader is now long Bitcoin and short gold. Gold and Bitcoin are holding up very well in this banking crisis. Just a word of caution on gold, we are seeing a combined knee-jerk flight to quality in Bitcoin, gold, and bonds. The question is which class will remain strong after this crisis subsides. The long-term Saturn cycles suggest that gold is just beginning to enter wave 6 down. This wave 6 down lasts until late 2028. So gold may struggle to keep pace with Bitcoin in the coming months. Natural gas is still wandering around. The seasonal pattern for natural gas is still strong through mid-May. So there is still some time left for a rally. Oil sold off this week. The Fed juice for oil has been in a sell since April 14, 23. Despite the pullback, oil and gasoline are now in positive seasonals through July. If oil rallies into this period, gold may sell off simultaneously. Tomorrow at 8 a.m. Eastern Time on YouTube, we will host a webinar, Big 3, Flight to Quality. This week we will look at the recent flight to quality to the Big 3 of Bitcoin, gold, and bonds during the recent banking crisis. What clues are they giving us about the market going forward? Who will remain on the top? Who will fade? What does this mean for equities? Join us as we explore this topic in depth. We look forward to seeing you at the webinar, and thank you for your interest in Wolf Trader Futures. The webinar will be archived on Sunday, April 23, 23, on Patreon and the members area of the website. See you tomorrow at 8 a.m. Eastern Time. The Polar ARF Squared had a profitable week. The trade of the week was the Polar ARF Squared Legacy Lean Hog Short on April 18, 23. There are 2 versions of the Polar ARF Squared running, the Polar ARF Squared Legacy and the Polar ARF Squared Turbo. The Polar ARF Squared Legacy trades with less frequency but a higher winning percentage. The Polar ARF Squared Turbo is a higher frequency version. The Polar ARF Squared Turbo trades smaller position sizes in micro contracts. The Polar ARF Squared Turbo trades with copper, gold, and the 2-year note. The Polar ARF Squared Legacy will continue to trade with the Polar ARF Squared Turbo. We will discuss the live account auto trading and Polar ARF Squared in detail this Sunday, April 23, 23, at 8 a.m. The Zoom meetings are open to the public. You must be on the email list to get an invitation, and replays are posted on the website later in the day. You can sign up for the free email list at www.wolftraderfutures.com or www.fedjuice.com. Thanks for listening. Have a great weekend.